Hello, my sweet creative friend. Today we are outside. It just finished raining. I think it's done raining. I hope anyway that it will pause for a moment while I have my camera out here, and that it will be okay to be out under the open sky in between the drizzle. I thought it would be fun to do something different, to just come to you organically in this outdoor space. I just finished practicing karate in the rain, and it was such a beautiful experience, and I felt inspired to sit down and chat with you guys. I wanted to talk about meditation. I hope you can hear this beautiful, gently falling rain from the leaves. The leaves are sort of just drizzling the excess rain to the ground, and it sounds so beautiful right now. Many of you have been embarking on the meditation journey that I posted. Maybe you haven't heard of it. Either way, on my channel I just posted recently a 5-day meditative journey, and so many of you have done those meditations, practiced them, enjoyed them. I've had so many wonderful messages from so many of you letting me know that you enjoyed those meditations, and that it's maybe encouraged you to embark on your own meditative journey, that it's caused you to find that time to carve out for yourself. But one of the things I've been exploring in my own practice is, how can I relax deeper into my meditations? And in today's world of constant noise and the internet and distractions all around us, it can be hard to find that energetic space to really calm down, to really feel that peace and stillness inside of us. Let's see, do I have this camera high enough? I feel like my head's being a little bit at the very top. There we go. Just organically coming to you guys here. I don't want to edit this. This is the unedited version. This is life. And this is what, I feel like this is what we do on this channel. I mean, I think that's what you guys like, is just the unedited stuff, right? Our real conversations that we're having. Anyway, I think there can be this instinct to want to conform to certain shapes in meditation, certain postures, both energetically and physically. And when we try to conform to those shapes and those standards we create for ourselves, sometimes we can feel that we're missing the mark, like, oh, I'm unable to hold that certain breath practice for a long period of time, or my back gets super stiff while I'm sitting in meditation and I feel like I'm not doing something right. And for the longest time I felt that way. I would feel uncomfortable meditating sometimes. I would get super sore and stiff and want to change shape, change position. And so often we need to just let go of those restrictions, let go of those standards that we've set for ourselves, and just be. That's really what meditation is. We're returning to this natural state of ease, turning inward. So I wanted to share a couple of things that have helped me to relax, to really let go of all these things that I think I need when I meditate. It's starting to drizzle. It's starting to drizzle. It's so beautiful. Incense, lighting some incense is a really wonderful way to create an atmosphere that helps you to tap into that state of ease, that state of relaxation. Okay, we had to do a little bit of a shift there because it did start raining. Working with nature, always in harmony, always one. We're coming back to that oneness. So incense is something I found can help get me into that mental space of peace and relaxation, that feeling of being calm. And I really like to think about how incense has been used throughout history in temples and for ceremony and in Native American culture as this extremely symbolic, sacred moment to bring you back to yourself, your center, and your connection to the Creator, to the universe, whatever you want to say. But it is that moment of turning inward and actually being able to smell that fragrance and feel that energetic presence around you. It's just a nice mental trigger to pause, come back to yourself. So whether it's white sage or a type of incense cone or an incense stick, you can find sustainable and respectful resources to bring incense into your practice. That can be a wonderful grounding tool, method that can really help you to just relax. The other thing, I'm going to go through a few things here actually, but the other one that comes to my mind, and I was thinking about this a lot yesterday, is maintaining certain types of breath practices. So in meditation, a lot of times we are trying to perhaps compartmentalize the breath, or maybe breathe in for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 7, or focusing on being fully aware of the in-breath, fully aware of the out-breath, which is a wonderful practice. And I do enjoy bringing my attention and focus to the breath. But sometimes if you feel tight energetically in the body, if you feel like that's causing you stress to try to, okay, I'm trying to maintain the breath, darn it, I lost it again, keep coming back, maybe you're getting a little bit frustrated or agitated, just let go. Just release completely. Feel free to just breathe normally. You don't have to maintain this exact type of breath work throughout your entire practice. You can really do whatever you want. This is your practice. And really internalize that. Really come to this understanding that this is your practice. This is about turning inward for you personally. And that's going to look different for every single person. So if you need to just come back to normal breathing, whatever your breath naturally does, just appreciate it. Appreciate it for exactly what it is. Because that's your breath, that's your life, your spirit. And we can respect that, we can honor that for exactly what it is without trying to make it become something that maybe in that moment it doesn't want to fit that shape. Maybe in that moment, what will serve you is to just accept exactly where you are right now, exactly what your breath is doing right now. Maybe that's all you need to nourish in that moment. The next thing I wanted to point out is loosening the body. And this is kind of a two-part thing. We carry a lot of tightness in our body that we collect throughout our day, throughout our week even. And movement can help us to release that tension before we settle into a meditation. And I find that for me, I feel very tight when I first sit down to meditate. I need to move a little bit, whether it's rolling the shoulders, doing some neck rolls, stretching one arm, stretching the other arm, doing a few back bends, and then 3 deep breaths. Maybe bring a little bit of movement to just let go physically of some of the tension that's collected in the body, maybe in regions like the jaw, the face, the hips. These are some places that really tend to hold a lot of tension. So the first part of this is that you can bring in some sort of movement practice first, whether it's yoga or Tai Chi or going for a walk or practicing Qigong. All of these things, these types of practices for moving the body can help us to almost cultivate a little bit of good tiredness in the body, that feeling of, I feel like I've let go of some energy, and now I feel like I can sit in stillness and really enjoy and soak up that stillness rather than feeling anxious and like I need to get up, I need to move, I'm fidgety, I need to go do something, right? We, especially in Western culture, modern Western culture, it's very promoted, this idea that you need to constantly be productive, constantly be doing something. So the idea of sitting in complete stillness, doing absolutely nothing, can seem very foreign to some of us. It can seem like a very strange idea to sit with yourself and just enjoy and bask in the quiet. So if you need to do something to get moving, do that so you can arrive at this place of, oh, my body feels heavy and tired in a good way. Not physically exhausted, but you've let go of some energy. You've released any stuck emotions, and now we can arrive. We can sit still. We can enjoy, really savor that stillness and not be counting the seconds until we can come out. You know what I mean? The part 2 is to find a little bit of ease within the body as you sit in meditation. So if you're sitting in meditation and you feel tight, try to identify, scan the body from the crown of the head down through the mask of the face, into the throat, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, into the hips, the legs, the feet. Scan the body and look for places that feel tight. When you identify those places, can we circulate our breath into those tight places and release them a little bit? For me, it's usually the eyes. I tend to hold a lot of tension, so I relaxed the upper cheeks, around the eyes, around the brow, the forehead, just bringing a little attention to that area. The tongue, moving the tongue in the mouth. A lot of times we are clenching our jaw and our tongue is clinging to the roof of our mouth. So if we just release in the jaw, let the tongue relax, and suddenly your face, your head is so much more relaxed than it was before. So small things like that. Letting the shoulders drop away from the ears. How often are we sitting where our shoulders are rolling forward and we can just drop the shoulders back? So find small movements, places of release in the body, even as you are sitting in meditation. That can be so helpful. I've heard a lot of people also talk about what positions we should use when we're meditating. Should we be sitting in lotus? Should we be sitting in a chair? Should we be lying down? Does it matter which way we do it? And there's so many different thoughts out there on this, and you feel free to research it yourself. Try different things in your own practice and see what serves you best. You know, no one can tell you what's going to serve you best. You have to really find that yourself. But for me, I think there's really no right or wrong. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I will feel this strong urge to just lie down in a complete state of surrender, lying on a yoga mat, lying on the floor, and meditate that way. And for a while, I would be like, no, I have to sit in more of a zazen posture, sitting lotus or half lotus with my palms one over the top of the other with the thumbs connected. And maybe there would be discomfort in the back, but I would kind of power through it so that I could attain a certain posture, a certain shape. But what I came to see over time was, what does the shape matter? You know, the shape is to serve you. If the shape isn't serving you, then just do whatever. Do whatever is going to help you to relax and go inward, to find that stillness inside of yourself. And if that's lying down, lie down. If that's lying on a bed, maybe it's sitting with your back against a wall, or right now I have my back against the side of a couch. Find something that feels really, really good to you and invite that into your practice. Don't feel like you have to stick to a certain set of rules, because let's face it, this isn't about rules. This is about serving ourselves, you know. Can you guys hear this rain? I hope my microphone is picking it up, because this is so beautiful right now. And the last point I wanted to go over with you guys is trying different types of meditation. Maybe it's sitting in stillness and just listening to the sounds outside. Maybe it's a guided meditation, like some of the meditations I offer on my channel. Maybe it's a mantra meditation. Maybe you bring mala beads into your meditation. Try different things. Find what works for you. That's one of the things that really helped me to deepen my practice, was trying different types of meditations and not feeling like I always had to do the same thing or meet a certain expectation. And I think that's the bottom line here, is take the expectations away. We don't need to put these restrictions on ourselves. These are self-imposed restrictions. We can let go of those, and we can really lean into our practice, try new things, see what works best for us, see what serves us in the best way possible. So comment below and tell me, what do you think? What kind of meditations do you do? What helps you in your practice? Does any of the things that I just went over, do they resonate with you? Have you tried some of them, or have you tried something completely different? I would be really grateful if you shared down in the comments below, as I'm always adding to my practice and expanding my awareness. I would love to hear from you. If you liked this video and you like this sort of content, if you like to have these sort of discussions, please feel free to subscribe and join the community, because I'd be really honored and humbled and grateful to have you here. You can check out my meditations and my meditation course with the links below if you're interested. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you so much joy in your journey. Namaste.